It's early May 2012. We're in Douglas County, Missouri. We're about to take a look at an awesome piece of property, a little over 3 acres in size, with direct frontage on the North Fork River. We just went down the hill on County Road 277, and the property will be on the left here in just a moment. It borders the county road here. Okay. We're on the county road. We're looking at the northeast end of the property. Beautiful open cleared meadow. In a moment we'll drive onto the property and head down to the river. This property hasn't been on the market for several years. There is direct access right off this county road, but at the time that I'm making this video, the road grader has mounted up a little dirt, and so I'll get someone out here to go ahead and clear that so you can drive right onto the property. But in the meantime, we'll back up a couple hundred feet and I'll pull in through the neighbor's gate so we can have a good look at the property. But bear in mind that by the time this property is actually on the market, you'll be able to pull right off the county road onto this section right here. I'm going to go ahead and back up. I'm going to keep the video running just because otherwise it will be 2 separate videos and it could be a pain for people. So I'll try not to get everybody sick as I back up here. Okay. Sorry about that. So we just pull off through the neighbor's gate, go about 100 feet, and now we're on the property. I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, I guess it shows up. That's power line. It's directly on the property, so no issues there. Phone runs with the county road, so that's right on the property. Beautiful open meadow. If you were to build on this property, this would be the portion to do it on. This is higher than the rest of the property. We'll head down towards the river. This tract is partially fenced. It's not completely fenced. It's about half fenced. Some huge walnut trees, sycamore trees. This fence is on the property. It just sort of divides the upper section from the lower section. Those tall grasses there, I'm told, are native bamboo, which you don't expect to see in the Missouri Ozarks, but it's found in a few spots by the North Fork River. So now we're going down a little bit. Into the bottomland area as we approach the river. Gets a little bumpy. Never had a problem getting to this property in any kind of truck or an SUV. I've personally driven here in a car more than once to this area, but it is a rough ride. That last section of hill on 277 is fairly steep and fairly rocky, and it's not easy in a car. If you've looked around, you know there's very little available on the North Fork River. And what is available is extremely expensive. We tried to keep this property a little more reasonable, a lot more reasonable actually than the other properties that are on the North Fork. A few miles down the river there's a 5-acre parcel that they're asking, I believe, $140,000 or $150,000 for. Here's an awesome way to be on the actual North Fork River for a lot less money. It's a very pretty section of water. This property has over 150 feet of frontage directly on the North Fork, which is a spring-fed river. It's super clear. You see the gravel bottom, rock in a few spots. Right here in this section, at this time, it's not extremely deep. Every year when the water raises up, the bottom of the creek changes substantially. So next year this might be the prime swimming hole and fishing hole. I already do see some fish here. If we were to go downriver about a quarter mile, it takes a turn and there's always a nice hole there for fishing and swimming. Of course you can canoe, float, put a bass boat out here. Here's a beautiful spot to camp right on the water. It's a nice mixture of black dirt and sand, shaded as you can see by these enormous sycamore trees. Very nice property, very rare property with direct frontage on the North Fork. Looking directly across is a small piece of privately owned land. It's about 5 acres. But then behind that it's national forest. If we just look up the creek a little bit, a couple hundred feet up on the left, the plat maps indicate that that's national forest. And then looking downriver, several hundred feet on the right, national forest as well. Great property, great investment potential on this river property. Private. To find a river property so secluded but still have electricity and phone right on the property is pretty rare. So that's the 3 acres on the North Fork River in Douglas County, Missouri.